process, you are free to, basically start from where you are now, rather than trying to kind of continue to carry the water on the former recommendations. That may or may not be satisfying to people who worked on them, but I would point out it's 10 years later. And I can't speak to what happened in that loop, but as I said, it never got finalized with the Coastal Commission. So, and it's our understanding that what was there needed to be an amendment to the town plan. So we're recommending a resolution to clarify it. There could be other actions depending on if you want to fold that into some kind of amendment process, or I'll say a renewed amendment process, or a revision of the town plan. Okay, so that's 7. Recommendation 8 is that the board direct planning team to align a future revision of the Mendocino Town Plan with a future revision of the local coastal plan, with coordinated work plans and community processes and a common EIR consultant. But I want to be very clear, we're talking about plural work plans and plural community processes. There is no sense that the community process for the town of Mendocino would be the same community process as for the local coastal plan. But our recommendation is that you look at the entire coast at the same time, and you have those work plans articulate with each other, and that you use a common EIR consultant, because that is just so much more efficient as we would be moving forward. And our experience with the general plan update, where the update and the EIR are being done by the same consultant, versus UVAP, where they're being done by two separate entities, it's been much smoother and more efficient to have them done by the same consultant. So our sense is, once you have an EIR consultant that is familiar with coastal issues, that it would be useful to use them all the way along. So that's recommendation 8. Recommendation 9, when we get to that point, if the board gives that direction, there will definitely be a work plan and community process, and the planning team wants to be very clear that they've heard from the community as well as from the board that the community process is very important, and that local meetings, local workshops, and a very open and transparent process would need to be part of that. Okay, recommendation 10. This is, once you apply that formula that's in 3, 4, and 5, so I guess when you're bunching them, you may want to bunch 3, 4, 5, and 10. That formula will yield some additional number of vacation home rentals, single unit rentals, because there has been some growth in residential units over time, and there are also, at least on the books, fewer vacation home rentals and single unit rentals than are allowed by the present cap. So after verifying the data and applying that formula, there will be some number of vacation home rentals and single unit rentals that could be approved without, again, amending the plan or changing anything, simply applying the mechanisms that the town plan itself specifies. So that's simply directing the planning and building department then to follow up, work with the chronological list that they've been maintaining, and fill any vacancies that are yielded by the application of the formula and the update in the tables. And this is similar to action that the board did take in 2000, 2001. Okay. Recommendation 11. Provide direction on addressing past and pending applications for amendments to the town plan and general plan. And the recommendation is no change in present practice. And so I want to clarify, present practice right now is that people can submit those amendment requests. They will certainly be advised on the process and the history with the Coastal Commission, but it is their prerogative to submit an application to have it processed by Planning and Building, be brought before the board, and go on to the Coastal Commission. And that same is true at this time for future applications, recommendation 12. So at this time, we don't have any grounds for changing what that practice is, and this direction actually the board gave several months ago in one of the meetings, as far as making it clear that people could in fact submit applications. There has been some discussion about whether, if there is there are a certain number of applications pending, that there might be a kind of a group application process that could be followed, or some kind of a group amendment to the Mendocino Town Plan. There are some efficiencies in that, and it would certainly group together and coordinate those requests. On the other hand, you would have to look at what point the Coastal Commission would say, okay, that's all fine and good, but then you really need to look at the entire Mendocino Town Plan and not simply focus on one part of it. So that would be the issue you'd look at. But that is another option for future consideration. And then recommendations 13 and 14 have to do with the unauthorized units